On paper, of course, I've always been aware of the cooperation that takes place here on the ground, particularly between the likes of New Zealand and the United States. But actually, when you come and visit, you can just see how practical and how important that cooperation is. Scott sits in very close proximity to McMurdo, where the United States is based, but it's practical things like the ability to refuel when out in the field. So we have teams who are taking scientists out to take their samples, collect data. They're having to use refueling stations, and often those will be the United States making sure those refueling stations are running. It is a place that relies on cooperation, and the foundation for that is, of course, the Antarctic Treaty. We are, though, just as we're in a period where internationally you see that parts of the world are becoming increasingly contested, Antarctica is part of that too. And so it's incredibly important that New Zealand maintains its strong position over the role it plays here and over the Ross dependency, but it's also important that we maintain our position of peace, environmental protection, and research. This is another example. You constantly hear, of course, about New Zealand punching above its weight, but here amongst in a place on Earth where there are a number of countries that stake claims and have different interests, different research programs. It's been interesting here to talk to a few individuals who do hail from other countries, who say that New Zealanders have a much closer connection to Antarctica in many ways than other countries. Actually, when you reflect on that, that's true. We have a familiarity with Antarctic exploration. We, of course, have the very practical sense, basing out of Christchurch. We have a reasonably good awareness of the science programs that take place down here. This is relative to New Zealand's proximity to other countries, close for us. So I think that lends itself to New Zealand actually being very active here and being seen to be very active here. The limited number of people I have been able to talk to, it's those who have come back for a number of seasons who, unprompted, are just remarking on the changes they've seen in the last 5 years, where they see the sea ice cracking or moving, what changes they're seeing in the glaciers or in icebergs, and of course, that just reinforces what we're hearing. When you come down and see the vastness of this place, you can appreciate that a degree or two will have a phenomenal impact on the world.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.